Hello out there, everybody. Here again today, ready to feed my chickens. I let them free range while I fill their feed bowls and everything. Yeah, Rooster, we gotta let you out separate, don't we, buddy? I have to keep him over here because he's too randy with the ladies. So the hens, they need a break now and then, so we gotta kind of put him to the side. Ain't that right, little rooster? He's a good rooster. He's a really good rooster. I get so tickled when he comes and when I go to put him up, he'll come in and you can tell he don't want to come over here by himself, but he will. Reluctantly, he will. You could just see it on his face. He just so don't want to be over here. But he still, if I want him here, he'll come over and just be slow about it and just mope around and just kind of take his time. Oh, sorry, James. I'm gonna cover him with some fence now. There you go, buddy. There you go. But yeah, when I put him back over here, he just comes over slowly but surely. He don't try to fight it. He don't try to run away. He knows how it is now. I could just set this over out of my way, I'd be better off. But yeah, I'm going on vacation next week, and we got someone that's going to step in and feed our chickens for us and stuff. So I kind of want to make a new video to post just to give an update on my channel of what I'm feeding my chickens now. And also give the person that'll be feeding them a good look at exactly what I feed them in case they forget something I told them or something. They could always just resort back to my video and give me a view. Kind of a win-win on that one. Got one egg today. A lot of days I'll get two. I got the one porcelain egg there, and then I got the one actual chicken egg. But yeah, they've been giving me two a lot lately. Then there was, I had cut their mealworms down a little bit. Because, man, they treat those things like, oh, man, like they're addictive or something, man. Like they're dependent on those mealworms. And I used to just give them those as a treat because they were a more costly food. And then we found a way online to buy them in a bigger container and it not be as costly that way. So I kind of started feeding them more of the mealworms, but I would make sure to kind of mix their diets up and give them other things with it, so I know they're getting all the minerals and things they require. And lately I've decided to cut them down a bit on the mealworms and give them a little more of the chicken scratch and stuff like that. And it's actually caused them to, I think one day they didn't lay anything, and it's the first day in a long time they hadn't laid any eggs at all. And so I'm thinking seriously they kind of begrudged me because I didn't give them as many mealworms. I'd started halving those little black bowls up. I'll fill it first with half a bowl of the chicken scratch and then finish filling it up the rest of the way with the mealworms. And sometimes I'll go ahead and put a few oyster shells on top of it just to kind of give them a little extra strength in their eggs, from what I can understand. But yeah, they begrudged me any eggs that one day. They're like, yeah, you cut our daggum mealworms down and we're gonna cut you off, buddy. We ain't giving you nothing. Did I get that one? Yeah, I got that one there. Couldn't remember if I got it or not. Oh, and then we got the little ones in the house still. I've been filling some quart jars here and just taking in there and keeping in the bathroom with some chicken scratch and some let's see, some Purina stuff they say is good for little ones. But yeah, I'll be back with y'all when I get in here with the feed and everything. I'm getting ready for them to show the person staying at the house exactly how I feed them. Alrighty, now we're in here where the food is stored. Okay, now we got the chicken scratch right here in the green bags. As you can see, I got like 3 bags of that stocked back. Get like about a half a bowl of chicken scratch. Start out with that and put a little more in that one. Okay. Yeah, my birds in there would much rather I just go ahead and give them all them bad boys right there, because these are, I guess, like, I'm assuming maybe like French fries to people, potato chips, something, you know. But the way the chickens act with them. Now those little ones in the house, oh man, they go plumb crazy when I put that in there. I pick on them all the time and compare them to a certain head out here in the world. It's, don't want to say the word because I don't want my video to get shadow banned, censored, something like that. Because, yeah, believe you me, that stuff is very real. Some things taboo, just can't mention. I don't know, it's got so sensitive now. It's words I'd have never imagined they're super sensitive about. It's like now people have to say something as preposterous as unalived. What the heck, man? We all big boys and girls here. Why in the world would you have to say unalived and not just tell it the way it is? So it don't make sense, but yeah, well, y'all know where we live too. So yeah, now we got that my big chickens get each day. Half of a bowl of mealworms, half of a bowl of chicken scratch. And now I gotta go ahead and fill up this with some more of the Purina stuff for the little birds. They say they need the Purina for like antibiotic or something. Move this battery and put it on this plastic shelf and get it off the metal grill. I don't want it draining my battery. Yeah, now also we got the stray cat out here that I'd asked for recommendations on naming on my channel. And it's got kittens over there, so we just bought them their own, you know, bag of food to keep out here. Make it a little more convenient to feed them anyway. Yeah, here's the stuff that they say all chickens should have when they're small. I don't know what and all is in it, like nutrient wise. I've read it before but don't remember at the moment. But I think they told me there were some antibiotics in it. I'll show you. Y'all give me a minute. Okay, so I just went ahead and filled that jar with some of the Purina there. It's got the antibiotics and whatever else in it. So I've got the little ones covered for at least another day's worth, I guess. There's 6 of them in there, so they eat quite a bit in a day's time. Surprised me how much they can consume in a day. More than I thought it would be, I gotta honestly say. But yeah, my chicken's diet now consists of, I feed them the chicken scratch, the mealworms. Sometimes I'll implement these if my eggs seem to act like they're getting a little soft or something. But yeah, that's if anybody has a problem with eggs not being strong enough. Oyster shells apparently have the minerals or what have you in it that assist them with strengthening their eggs. But yeah, I figure it's good to keep a wide variety of foods and minerals going in my chickens each day if I can. Definitely figure they're just like us. A well-balanced meal is always going to be more beneficial to them than just a bunch of junk food. But like I was thinking, the mealworms seem to be like potato chips or French fries to them. So yeah, I'm thinking that they probably wouldn't be as healthy if I just gave them those and didn't have all the things that is in the chicken scratch. There's several different ingredients in the chicken scratch itself that I'm sure has their own doses of minerals and things. It does seem to work pretty good for them the way I've been doing it though. And they seem to be pretty happy. Okay, and then I get a scoop of this chicken scratch and take out here. And as you can see, there's many different things that the chicken scratch consists of. This kind of, there's like cracked corn or something in it, and those pellets, I have no idea what all that is. Seeds of some kind. Pretty much fill this part up right here. Okay, and then I've got a little bit scattered about over here for James in case one day he gets hungry enough to eat that and that too, because he's the only one over there. So most of the time the bowl worms and scratch does him well, so he don't eat what's on the ground. I'm going to skip putting a little on the ground today because he's still got plenty there on the ground. It don't look like he's been eating what's on the ground. So I'll just leave that for now. Just leave what's on the ground on the ground, and if I see him start to clean it up, then maybe, you know, do something with that. But if you ever get in a situation you can't afford or can't find to buy chicken food something, you can use raisins. And my cousin, may God rest his soul, has passed away now, had told me this trick. He had chickens all my life. But he taught me, he said, take some rice and make sure, you know, you cook it enough till it's swollen to what it's going to swell up. And mix it with raisins. And he said that was a really good kind of survival type, get your chickens by in a cramp. He said he had used that several times and it seemed to do them really well, and they seem to enjoy it a lot. So if anybody out there ever has a dilemma just getting to grab some feed or something, that is an ideal. I mean, you might have some rice and raisins around. I reckon that'll work plenty good for chicken feed. We're starting a new coop right here for we got the 6 in the house, and I'm thinking we're going to build the box like the hen box over here is, and put it in the back of it. That's the way we did that one. So here we're just going to come and put a piece of fence there and across, and then we'll have to do the bottom of it back here on the back end, because they'll be able to something get up underneath that. And that's actually a big crate laying there covered with some carpet and some little plastic stuff with holes in it. I don't know exactly what you would call it, but I'm afraid something would try to predator get through the floor of it where the gaps are in the crate. We didn't fill those in. Just, you know, we just got carpet over it, and then a weasel or something may be able to chew through the carpet. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and put some of the steel wire along the bottom edge here. I just put it up to about maybe like right here possibly, and just dig the trench 8 inches in the ground, pour the cement in with it so I know nothing's getting under it. And then I got to do the same up through here at the building. I'll just dig an 8-inch trench up along here, and I'll do the hen house right here on the back edge, then just run a piece of fence from that corner right there over to the building over here, and then from that corner up there to the building over here, and kind of have the same setup. In this area here, I'll clean that out, of course, that big toolbox and stuff, and a few vegetables that's sitting here in flower pots. But yeah, I'll get them out of the way, and then just add this to that lot and just give them all that room. And now I have 2 roosters. I can rest assured, I think I got 2 for sure now. So yeah, I'm gonna have to have them separately, of course, because, you know, boy chickens don't get along too good if you just leave them be. So yeah, I'm gonna try to go ahead and have them separated over, and enough room for them in each one of their little separate things, and enough room for the other 8 hens. Yeah, we're expanding. But yeah, that's my video today, and hopefully that'll help the kind person who's going to feed these babies for me while I'm out of town. To the beach again, and I gotta know my babies are good while I'm gone. But yeah, that's my video today. Thank you guys and gals for tuning in, and hopefully this video benefits somebody in some way. That's why I do them. And as always, have a good one.